Hey guys, welcome back to the Curly Reader. My name's Amanda, and this is Middle Grade March Week 4. All right, so I skipped Monday again. Who's surprised at this point? It's Tuesday, and I thought I would get you a little bit of a reading update. I realized when I was editing last week's video that I kind of left you in the lurch on a couple of books, and I didn't mean to do that. In case you're wondering, I do have a playlist with a bunch of middle grade March videos throughout all of YouTube, but I will also link down below weeks 1 through 3 of my vlogs if you're interested in seeing what I've been reading throughout the month, throughout middle grade March. So let's just kind of get into what I've read and what I haven't. On Sunday night, I finished The Boy at the Back of the Class. So I started and finished this on Sunday, and I really, really liked it. This is by Onjali Q. Ralph. This follows a boy, no, it follows a girl who is in class. It's set in London, and they get a new kid in class who doesn't talk to anybody in class. He's pulled out of class quite a bit, and things are just kind of, they don't really understand what's going on. Come to find out that he is a Syrian refugee. And so they keep pulling him out of class so that he can talk with therapists and so they can find someone who speaks Kurdish. They were having a hard time finding a translator for the school that she was attending to sit with the boy because he doesn't speak any English. And they find out throughout the story, or throughout the book, they find out that he was separated from his family when they fled Syria. And so her and her friends get together and decide they're going to come up with a plan to try to reunite him with his family. I really, really liked the book. The only thing I will say is that it reads really, really young. So in the book, the main character is 9. She turns 10 in the book. This definitely read like the main character was like 7 or 8, not 9 or 10. I have a 10-year-old child. I also have an 8-year-old child, and this definitely read more like the mindset of an 8-year-old, not a 9 or 10-year-old. Just the naivety of the way that the world works and what is possible and what isn't, that sort of thing. All of that being said, I still really liked the book. It just felt like the ages were a little off for me. And so, yeah, I ended up giving this one 4 stars. Really enjoyed it. I also yesterday started and finished Fish in a Tree by Linda Mullally Hunt and loved this book. Like within the first 5 chapters, I was getting teary-eyed. So I've shared on here before that I have a daughter who is struggling with reading. In this book, this follows a little girl who she's in 6th grade and has undiagnosed dyslexia. Her family is a military family. And so they've moved around quite a bit. Her dad is deployed. Her mom's working a full-time job. And so it just slipped through the cracks that she was having as much trouble in school as she was until she finally gets a teacher who pays attention and doesn't just think that she's screwing around and trying to be obstinate and difficult on purpose, but really kind of keys in on what's really going on. And this book was so well done. I think that every kid should read it just to get a better understanding of what their peers are going through, even. It's just so good. I loved it so much. And yeah, 4.5 stars. Loved it. I am currently listening to The Lost Language by Claudia Mills. I had started reading this one physically. This is about a little girl and her friend. The little girl's mom is a linguist, and she writes about dying languages. She studies dying languages. And so this little girl and her friend, they're both named Elizabeth, which is funny. But they decide that they are going to save a dying language. And so they decide to save Guernsey. I did not say that right. But it is the language they spoke on the island of Guernsey, which if you know me, you know I love historical fiction. I have definitely read the Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society. And so I thought that was really interesting. I decided to listen to this one on audio because it is about a language. I wanted to hear the language that was being spoken. And so throughout the book, they're trying to learn it so that they can speak it with each other and teach their friends at school so they can prevent this language from going extinct. It's very interesting so far. It is written in verse, so it is a really quick one, but I'm hoping to maybe even finish that one yet today. So, books that I kind of left you in the lurch on last week. I did start reading Cress Watercress. I only made it this far in. I have not read any more in that. I also had been listening to The Truth About Martians, and I decided to DNF it for now. I wasn't connecting with it super well, and I'm still interested in reading it. Now it's just not the time. So I set that one down, and then around here somewhere I have The Thing I'm Most Afraid Of. I have not made any more progress in that either. Oh, it's over there. So I have not made any more progress in that one either. So those are the books that I had started but have not finished, and yeah. So, game plan for today. It is a super rainy, dreary day out today. I've gotten what I needed to get done today, done. And so I have actually, guys, I've started working on VHS bookmarks. You would all be so proud of me. I finally actually started working on them. So I'm actually going to work on those for probably the next hour or so until my big kids get home from school. And then I have a couple errands I need to run. They are old enough now that they can watch their younger brother for just a really short amount of time while I run. I got to run to the post office really quick, and it's really rainy out, so I really don't want to take the little one out. And then I have MOPS tonight. So if you're not familiar, MOPS is a mom's group. I have been part of it for 10 years now. And I am leading group tonight. So I have that tonight, which I am actually really excited for because I'm really excited for the topic we're going to be discussing. We're going to be discussing anger in motherhood and parenting and how to parent your children when they do wrong without becoming angry. And so, yeah, I'm really excited for that. What's up, buddy?
Daddy and me are going camping. You're going to come with us.
I'm going to come camping with you? Hey, come here really quick.
No one else is.
No one else? Just you and me and Daddy?
Yeah.
Can you say hi to my friends?
Bye.
Hi. What's your name? Can you tell them what your name here on my hair? Oh, he's asleep now. So anyway, that's kind of the game plan for the rest of the night tonight. And then tomorrow we have a doctor's appointment. So we'll see. We'll see what gets done. But I will continue taking you along this week and see what we can get read. I do need to start and read Pony this week. That is definitely on the agenda. So yeah. Oh, what are we doing? Why? Oh, okay. All right. I'll check in with you guys later. Hello. Look what I got.
Mommy.
Books. Let's see what's in here. I know what's in here. You don't. I had to own this after I read it. This is just too perfect to not own. Purchased that. Purchased book 2. Keeper the Lost Cities. Book 2. Excited to read this. And then the last thing in here is a book for my daughter. So she read... Can you please excuse me for a second? Thank you. She read the first one of these, and she just finished. It was her first chapter book she had ever read by herself. She was so excited, and so I got her book 2. And so, is this not just the cutest little dog? Oh my goodness. And these illustrations in this book are just so cute. Ooh, my hair got caught in it. How stinking cute is this dog? Oh my goodness, I love it so much. So, anyway, that was my fun little book mail. That's all. I have been working on bookmarks and have not read anything. So, I'll let you know when I have. Hey guys, it is Wednesday. It's been a bit of a busy day. We had a few different doctor's appointments today, and so I'm finally getting a chance to for a minute. I'm actually editing a video here really quick, but wanted to give you a bit of a reading update. Last night I finished The Lost Language. Let's see if I can angle this way so we're not as, it's still a little glary. That's okay. This is by Claudia Mills. This was so good. It was not what I was expecting at all. There are some trigger warnings you need to be aware of, so look those up if that's something that you feel like you need. But the basis of this is that it is about a girl whose mom is a linguist and studies dying languages, and so this girl and her best friend decide they're going to try to save a language, and they decide to save Guernsey. Guernsey is the language that they spoke on the island of Guernsey, and through this, it gets into like the relationship between her and her best friend and her mom, especially. Her mom has some mental health issues that you kind of get to see through the eyes of the child, and it was so good. I really liked it. It definitely was not as much about the language. I was thinking it was going to be more about the Guernsey language, and it really wasn't. It was more about this girl's relationship with her best friend and her mom and her dad, and it was really good. I really enjoyed it. So there's that one. And then after I finished that, I started listening to The Parker Inheritance. This is by Varian Johnson, and I am loving this so far. In this, we follow Candace, who is basically living in this little town in South Carolina. Her grandma had lived there and had like famously gotten in trouble. She was the city planner, and she had like gotten in trouble and gotten fired and has since passed away. And so she's kind of digging into the mystery of like what happened. Why did her grandma get fired? Nobody really wants to talk about it. This is a Coretta Scott King Honor Award winner, and so far I'm really, really liking it. So that is what I'm reading. That's the reading update I have for you right now. I have just kind of been laying low this week. This is another kind of low week for me. I am planning on doing a TJ Maxx run while my daughter's at gymnastics this afternoon, so I might take you with me there. I have a couple of things that I want to look for. I need a new spring wreath for my front door, and I really, really want to get a wind chime. I've been eyeing them for a couple of years, and so I figured while I was there I might look for a nice wind chime. And yeah, that's kind of the game plan. So I might take you along with me for that, and then later tonight, this is after the fact for you, but later tonight we have the middle grade March live, because it's Wednesday, and so we have that tonight, and yeah, that's it. So I will let you know when I have more of a reading update, and I'll check in later. Okay, so last night while my daughter was at gymnastics, I went to the thrift store and bought 3 puzzles. So these are the ones I got. I thought I'd show you. I always go for 1,000-piece puzzles because it seems like just the right amount of time. So this is Jungle Book. It's Sieko. And then I got this one, which just seems very summery to me. 1,000-piece puzzles tend to be $4 at my Goodwill. So, Time Away, I don't know. I have never done this brand. And then this Kodak one, which just is screaming spring to me, is very bright. Looks like fun. So I went ahead and grabbed these. I've had really good luck. I know a lot of times people will say that they don't get puzzles at the thrift store because they're concerned they're going to have missing pieces. I have never once had a missing piece from a thrift store puzzle. My thrift stores around me count the pieces before they even put them on the shelf. And they're taped together and like whatever. And so, yeah, I've never ever had that. Now, getting them from like garage sales and things like that, I have had missing pieces, but not from thrift stores. So anyway, just wanted to show you my new puzzles. Hello, friends. It is Friday afternoon. I have not updated you a lot this week because honestly, I have not done a lot of reading this week. So I don't have much to update you on. Still have not finished another book yet, but I am listening to The Parker Inheritance. I am that far into it, about halfway. I'm really liking it. It's a mystery that is set in South Carolina, present day. and this girl is like living there just for the summer, and her and one of the neighbor kids are trying to solve this mystery in town that involves her grandmother. And so we're getting flashbacks to the history of the town, from years past, and some people that lived there and things like that. Points of view from different people in the past, but that is relevant to the future or to the present tense mystery that's being solved. It's very interesting, having to do with Black culture, civil rights, that sort of thing in the South during the 1950s, 1960s. So, really, really liking it, but it's slow going. It's a little bit longer of an audiobook. For a middle grade book, it's like 10 hours, which compared to adult books is a drop in the hat still, but it's just I'm having to pay attention and not like, yeah, I can't just like speed through it really fast. So, but there was a quote in this that I just heard that I loved and I wanted to share with you. In this book, both of these kids really enjoy reading, and they've been to the library together, and you know, things like that. And one of the books that they keep referencing back to is The Westing Game, which I know many people have read. And so they keep talking about The Westing Game, and so they're going to be talking about The Westing Game, and the boy, his older sister's like, no spoilers, and she's, you know, an older 17 maybe, and he's like, are you really gonna read it, you know, whatever. And so she comes back with this statement, and she goes, you know, you've been telling me and Mom how there aren't any boy books or girl books. If that's true, there aren't any old people or young people books either. And I love that. I just love that. So anyway, really, really enjoying this, listening to this. Okay, this one, still reading it. I just have not been able to sit down and physically like focus on it. So I actually think that I got like a 3-month free trial of Audible. So I have 3 Audible credits that were free, and I think I might get this on Audible. I can't find it at a library or Scribd. Like I can't even find an ebook copy of it. So I found the physical, obviously, at the library, but I think I might use one of my Audible credits and get this on Audible, because otherwise I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this finished by the end of the month. The other one that I have been physically reading, let me get it. I got it in a book sleeve, my friend's book sleeve that I got. If I can get this out, hold on, with one hand, there we go. But I have physically been reading Crest Watercress. This is an arc that I requested from the publisher. It comes out on Tuesday, and so I really want to get this read. I am that far into it, so not very far into it, and it's reading really, really fast, and it's really cute. It's from the point of view of animals, forest animals, and I'm really liking it. I just need to sit down and read it. So that's kind of where I'm at with reading and what I've been currently reading. But then today I went to the library to pick up a couple of holds, and then I picked up 2 holds, and then I picked up 2 off the shelves when I was looking through things. So the 2 books that I got that I had put on hold, the first is Star Child by E.B. Zeboy. This is a biography of Octavia E. Butler, written in verse by E.B. Zeboy. And so I'm very excited for it. There is just the formatting in this is really cool. I'm trying to find a specific page that I know is in here. Like this, Moonchild. It's just a circle. There's another one in here. This one, Star Child and Moonchild. Like, how cool. So it's very thin. I really want to get this one read. The other one that I had put on hold, I recently posted my anticipated releases for spring, and somebody mentioned that I should read this. It's The Gilded Girl. You can't really see it because the sun. Or the lighting, The Gilded Girl by Alyssa Coleman. And then there's a sequel coming out called The Tarnished Garden. This is a Little Princess retelling, and The Tarnished Garden is a Secret Garden retelling, and it's like magical, and that's honestly all I know. So I just put it on hold, grabbed it right away. And then while I was there, I found 2 more that I picked up. Both are in verse. Both are really, really short. This one is When Winter Robeson Came by Brenda Woods. I just read The Unsung Hero of Birdsong USA by Brenda Woods. This one is in verse, and it is about the 1965 Watts Rebellion in LA, I believe. So it is in LA, and it's about a girl whose cousin is coming for the summer, and then things kind of start getting heated when, or it says Watts explodes. Watts is the town. Explodes in a clash between the police and the black residents. For 6 days during the summer of 1965, Watts is like a war zone. And so, yeah, it's really, really short though, and I really think that that would be interesting. And then the other one that I picked up is Dust of Eden by Mariko Nagai. This is the same author as Under the Broken Sky that I have on my TBR. This is about Japanese internment camps during World War II. Very, very short, in verse. I just like saw it, and I saw the author, and I'm like, hey, that's the same author as that other one I have. And I just grabbed it. So yeah, once again, really short, should be really quick to read. But I am having sorry, you can probably hear my dryer going. I'm having massive like reading ADD. Like I cannot focus on one book. I also need to start Pony still. Like guys, and I'm going to be gone all day tomorrow. I'll take you with me. Because it's going to be a fun outing. But I'm going to be gone all day tomorrow, and I'm just like, I have too many books to finish. So I really, like, I'm listening to The Parker Inheritance. I really want to read these 3 really, really short. Like, all of these are in verse, and they're super short. So I kind of want to sit and read these. I need to read Watercress right now. Like, guys, I'll let you know what I end up getting to. But, yikes. So, anyway, yeah, that's really all. I'll let you know when I do have more of an update, and yeah, that's it. Hey guys. All right, it is Saturday. I am going on a bit of an adventure today, and I'm going to take you with me. But I am getting ready to go have lunch with a friend, and I figured I would just kind of share, and then I'm planning on doing some shopping today too, some book shopping, but I wanted to give you an update about books that I finished. I finished Parker Inheritance last night, and you guys, I loved it. It did not read like a middle grade book. This definitely read more YA, but the main characters are 12, I think, 11, 12, something like that, in the book. And it follows Candace, who is living in her grandmother's house for the summer while her house is being like renovated, and her grandmother has passed away, so they're kind of trying to clean out the house a little bit, and just they're staying there in South Carolina. And she finds this letter that is like in a pile of stuff for her from her grandma, and it is a puzzle letter, and it basically says it's from this guy that she has no idea who it is, and it's to her grandma, and it says, you know, I've sent this letter to like 5 other people, and whoever finds like can solve this riddle will get all this money, millions of dollars, to help the town, and whoever finds it gets 10%, and it's like $40 million or something like that, so it's a ton of money. So her and her little friend decide that they're going to try to solve this puzzle, and her grandmother has always been into puzzles, has always encouraged Candace to solve puzzles, and so it's all about them solving this puzzle to try to get this inheritance for the town. And throughout it, they start like researching some of the people from the town's history, and so you get flashback moments in the book from the point of view of the people that they're researching. So I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like 1950s, mostly in South Carolina, and you're like kind of picking up each of these people's points of view along the way. It was so good. It was so complex. It was definitely written in a very not mature, like there's not mature content in it, but it was just written in a way that like as an adult reading it, I was just like, I was in it for the mystery. It mentions the Westing game a lot, and so it's kind of like that type of book. It was so good. So I finished that. I wasn't going to finish it, but then I got into it and I just couldn't stop. I also read yesterday Star Child by E.B. Zaboy. This is a biographical constellation of Octavia Estelle Butler. So this is a biography of Octavia Butler in a very simplified format. It's very, very short. A lot of it is poetry, but it's mixed in with prose sections as well. And I really appreciated E.B. Zaboy's like kind of author's note at the end as to why she constructed this book the way that she did. And learning about Octavia Butler and what a trailblazer she was for sci-fi writers. Like, there were no black women sci-fi writers, and there was not much at all black representation within the sci-fi genre when she was starting to write. And she grew up in the middle of the space race and the civil rights movement, and so that really formed her writing, and I really, really, really enjoyed this. Let's just put it that. And then today, while I'm driving, because I have a bit of driving to do today, I'm going to actually start the audiobook of Pony. I wanted to read this physically, but, like, let's be real, I'm not doing great at reading anything physically this month, and so I'm going to start listening to this and see how it goes. We'll just see. So, anyway, that's the game plan. I will take you along on my adventure today. Let's go. I just got done having lunch. The sun's really bright with, hi Lindsay! We decided to meet in Wisconsin and have lunch and do some book shopping today. So we are going to
have any fun.
No fun. None at all. Oh yeah, this is it. All right, so this is where we're going. Used bookstore. Okay, so the first bookstore that we went to was
This place.
Pearl Street Books,
It's really
and we
cute.
each got 3 books, 2 of which were
Two
the
are the
same.
same.
This is how Lindsay and I roll.
That's what we do.
go to the bookstore and then we buy the same books. So the first one that we both got is The Light in Hidden Places by Sharon Cameron. This is World War II.
World War II, 1943.
That's all we know.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
She
good.
has a choice to make. That's all.
The second one that we both got, Stolen Lives by Malika Ofkir. I don't know.
I heard about this book a long time ago, but basically she was born into privilege, and then her dad went to jail for trying to, like, assassinate a king or something.
Yeah.
And so she ended up
Their whole family ends up in
imprisoned
prison for like 20
for
years.
Yeah, it's insane.
Because her dad tried to assassinate somebody.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we
Probably
each
deserved.
I did another one. So I got Mrs. Tom Thumb by Melanie Benjamin. This is about a lady who is 2 feet 8 inches tall, and she ends up marrying General Tom Thumb from P.T. Barnum's circus. And it's just kind of about her and her sister. She has a sister who's also small, similar sized. And so, yeah.
It sounds really
It
cute.
sounds really interesting.
I really like that cover.
I know.
Reminds me of, like, Water for Elephants cover.
It does. Well, it's circus related.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Sarah's gonna want it.
yeah, Sarah won this one. I'm done. And then
I
Lindsay
picked up
got
The Things We Cannot Say by Kelly Rimmer, and I just read her book, The Warsaw Orphan, by her, and I wonder if this is the one that's right before, because The Warsaw Orphan technically comes after another one of her books.
It's probably that one then. That one has really, really high ratings on Goodreads.
Yes,
I know
like
that.
over 4 stars.
Yeah.
4.5 stars, something
Yeah,
like that.
it's really
But
high. It's really
World War
popular.
II, historical fiction. No one's shocked.
That's how we roll.
Yeah. So,
All right, now we are going to go into another
what's it called?
used bookstore,
Book
Book
Revolution.
Revolution. So
Read, escape, aspire, and discover.
let's see what we can find. More treasures. Guys, they have puzzles. I found my happy place amongst all the puzzles.
Well, and like this hardcover, it has the original price on it. But some of these it's like $40. Put a $20 sticker on it. So we just started going back to our. Let's treat them like hardcover fiction.
Sure.
So they're more like $7.50. Occasionally I'll have like a $10 something depending on what it is.
Oh yeah, we've got quite a selection.
Yeah, and as I said, I'm gonna.
Okay, that was successful. That
We
was
need friends.
such a cute store. There were so many books in there. That was my takeaway.
That
There were
was
so
like
many books in there.
every nook and cranny you could
Was filled
possibly
with
find
books.
Was filled with books.
So I got 2 puzzles, which surprised. I had a Christmas puzzle,
That's really
Ravensburger.
Cute. Ah! Your assistant is not doing a good job.
And then I got a 100-piece dinosaur puzzle for my son because, you know, it's also Ravensburger. And then I got, this was a book I had never heard of before, The Rainbow by Carly Shabowski.
It's really soft.
And it has really, really high ratings on Goodreads. It's a World War II historical fiction that's basically like present day. This girl hears all these stories from her granddad about pre-war stuff, and when the Germans came to town, it ruined everything. But then when she is going through photos for his 95th birthday celebration, she finds pictures of him wearing a Nazi uniform. So he has dementia, so she can't really talk to him about it.
It gives me like storyteller Jodi Picoult vibes.
Yeah. Okay, kids book, The Story Thieves. This just sounds cute. James Riley. It's about going into books and stuff, so looked cute. Another Kristen Levine book, The Best Bad Luck I Ever Had. Don't really know what it's about, but I really like Kristen Levine. I've been eyeing that one on Book Outlet for a while. And then Eternal by Elisa Scatolini.
Scatolini?
I
always say Scatolini.
This, my mom actually recommended I read this because she says it has a very similar premise to When the World Was Ours, which I just read and loved. It's about 3 teens. I think it starts when they're teens and then goes through the whole war during World War II. So that's what I got.
Of good, like Pam
Blurbs.
Jenoff, Christina Baker Klein. Good blurbs. I have it too, so we could read this one together.
There you go. See, that's how we roll.
We're just gonna read all
All
the
right,
same book.
now we're gonna go to Goodwill.
Yes.
So
Wish us
excited.
luck.
Yay. All right, it is time to say goodbye.
I don't want to.
We did find a lot of things at Goodwill.
We have
Like-
enough puzzles for like the next
They gave us
couple years.
boxes and
Yeah,
not
we-
bags.
When you get to the register to Goodwill and they say, "Would you like a box?" It's not a good sign.
So I will show you what I got when I get home.
Yeah,
'Cause I'm
I'll
not going to
show
show
you.
you, but
I have to go through it too because
um,
I got some Christmas book exchange books.
yeah. But we both got a lot of books and a lot of puzzles, which is so fun.
I know.
So,
But it was
anyway.
the best day, and we had really good pizza.
Oh my goodness, we just had the best
If you're in
pizza.
lacrosse, what was it called?
Uno Venti?
Venti something?
Pizza. It was so good.
Oh, amazing.
So, yeah,
Amazing.
that's it for today. So we'll check in with you guys tomorrow, but
Mhm.
not Lindsay.
Mhm.
It's sad. I mean, I'll talk to her tomorrow, but
I mean, let's be honest.
anyway. All right,
Alright.
that's it for today. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Hello. It is Sunday, and as promised, I'm going to show you what I got at Goodwill yesterday. But first, during the car ride, all of that, I was able to get about 50% of the way into Pony on audio, and I'm really enjoying it so far. Our discussion for this is going to be on Wednesday on Krista's channel, Books and Jams. I will tag it down below. But yeah, I have gotten fairly far into this. I'm liking all the twists and turns. There's definitely like a paranormal aspect to this, which I kind of knew going into it, but I didn't realize it was going to be as prevalent as it is. And it's this adventure story. I don't know. It's really interesting. And I'm really enjoying it, and I'm kind of into it now, and I want to find out what's going on and all of that. So anyway, that is Pony, and that was the last book that I have to talk about for this week. All right, now I'm going to show you what I got at Goodwill yesterday. So we went to 2 different Goodwills. I ended up spending just under about $100 between the 2, and I got 10 puzzles. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 books. One of them is a book exchange book, so I'm not going to show you that. I got 2 board games for my kids, and then 1 extra little like goodie thing. So not bad for what I spent. I am definitely happy with that, and some of these puzzles are really nice. So what should we talk about first? Let's do books first. Okay, so the books that I picked up, the first one that I grabbed is Britt Marie Was Here by Frederick Bachman. This is one of the only Frederick Bachman books that I don't own. This one and Anxious People, I think, are the only 2 that I didn't own. So now I'm down to 1. And so yeah, this is a companion novel to My Grandmother Told Me to Tell You She's Sorry, which I enjoyed, and this is about one of the neighbors in that book. So anyway, I got that one. Another one I got is Carnegie's Maid by Marie Benedict. This is by Andrew Carnegie's maid. It's basically it says that she is not who they think she is. They think that she is an experienced Irish maid who is being hired to work in one of Pittsburgh's grandest households, but she's not. She's a poor farmer's daughter with nowhere to go and nothing in her pockets. But then she starts working for Andrew Carnegie, and that's all I know. It sounded really good. This was a cover by The Red Address Book by Sophia Lundberg. It is about a 96-year-old woman living alone in Stockholm, and she Skype calls with her great niece in America every week. And as a girl, she was given an address book by her father, and she has carefully documented everyone she has met and loved throughout the years. And so she's like going back through and looking through the book, and she sees a lot of names crossed off by people who have passed, and it's just kind of her reliving like a walk down memory lane sort of thing. But that sounded really good. And then this one is a memoir. It's called Exodus by Deborah Feldman. This is the sequel, I guess, to Unorthodox, which was made into, I think it's Netflix. Is it Netflix or Hulu or Prime? I don't know. One of the streaming services. Unorthodox was made into a series for that, and it is about a girl who escapes the, what is it called? Satmar upbringing in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, which is a very devout Orthodox Jewish community. And so she like gets out of that and flees to Europe to raise her child. And so now this book is basically she's raising her son in the real world. And now she is taking an unforgettable trip across Europe to retrace her grandmother's life during the Holocaust. Sounded really good. So I got those ones. And then I got, oh wait, that's for Book Exchange. Oops. Okay, Tayari Jones, Silver Sparrow. I've heard of this one. It is, the first line is, my father, James Witherspoon, is a bigamist. And it is about this guy who has two wives, his public wife and his private wife, and he has a daughter with both of them, and one of the daughters knows that they're sisters and one of them doesn't. And so it's kind of about that. It sounded really, really interesting though. And then let's see, what do I have here? Leopard at the Door by Jennifer McVeigh. This one sounded really, really interesting. It's set in Kenya in the 1950s, against the fading backdrop of the British Empire. And it's about this girl who has been exiled to England for 6 years. She returns to Kenya, to the farm where she spent her childhood, only to find that only to find the home that she has longed for in the grip of change. And so it's basically kind of about the whites being thrown out, I guess, of Kenya. And yeah, it just sounded really, really interesting. So I grabbed that one. And then I have a couple middle grade books. The first is The Evolution of Calpurnia Tate by Jacqueline Kelly. This is set in 1899 and in Texas. And it's about this girl who basically is learning that the only thing that girls are expected to do is cook and clean. And she doesn't like that. So that's really all I knew about that one. I also picked up Willow of the Wood. I just love this cover, guys. Like, it's so pretty. This is by Robert Beatty, I believe. The sticker's right on the front of it. So yeah, Robert Beatty. And I really honestly don't know a whole lot about this other than it's set in the Smoky Mountains. And I love the cover. And then I grabbed this one, was a cover by also Ruby in the Sky by... They put the stickers on the front cover where the author's name is, and then I can't read it. It makes it difficult. Jean Zulik Ferruolo? I don't know. And it is about a 12-year-old girl who, her mother has been arrested. She just doesn't want to really talk about it, but she just wants to keep to herself. But then there is a Syrian refugee in class, and he decides that he's going to be her new best friend. And then they meet a recluse, the bird lady, who lives in a shed near her house. And so it's all about like that relationship. And it just sounded really good. So I got it. So those are the books that I picked up from Goodwill yesterday. Let me get these out of the way. Put them over there. The one little extra thing that I picked up, I'll go ahead and share, is a puzzle mat. So I found this for $3. It's still sealed, like never been used. And it says for puzzles up to 1,500 pieces. So I thought this would be nice for some of the bigger puzzles that I have, because so this is 46 by 26 inches, and the table that I normally do my puzzles on is like 29 by 29. So if I have a bigger puzzle, I can do it on my kitchen table and then roll it up and move it. So that was nice. I also got a couple of games for my son. The first is Guess Where. So there's all these like people that you have to put in different rooms of the house, and it's like Guess Who, but you have to like figure out where they're at in the house, I guess. I don't know. It was $3, and I figured it'd just be fun to like play with, figure out, that sort of thing. The other one that I got for him is the Very Hungry Caterpillar Spin and Seek ABC game. So he's 4. We're working with him on learning letters and that sort of thing. So I thought that this would be good for him, and we actually already played this morning. So yeah, not bad for $3. And then the puzzles. Okay. So this first one I got is an old puzzle. It's a round jigsaw puzzle. It is, how many pieces? These like, it's really hard to find how many pieces. More than 500. That's all it says. So who knows? But it is currency. So it's all this different currency, American coin and currency. And I thought that that was really cool. So, and it's a round one. So I thought that that would be fun. Okay, most of these are 1,000-piece puzzles, but this one is a 500-piece. It is just a space puzzle, and this is a Gallison puzzle that I thought was cool looking. I really like space stuff, so that I thought was fun. Okay, and then this one I got is another really old one, but this says Rubik's Royal Brain Teaser, a new kind of puzzle. It says 440 pieces, interlocking pieces. It's by Springbok, but on the back it says, what you see is not what you get. One of a kind sequential jigsaw puzzle. Complete puzzle by determining sequence of gems. Clues on the box and use of logic. Cannot speak. Use of logic add new dimension to puzzle fun. Similar looking pieces challenge the most experienced puzzler. Springbok quality assures perfect interlocking fit. Something. So I was like, for $3, I'm just gonna get it and see what it is. Because who knows? I like doing like logic type puzzles mixed with a jigsaw puzzle. It just sounds like fun. So I just got it. All right. This one is a Seiko puzzle. It is Paris. So 1,000-piece puzzle. All of the puzzles were $3. So not bad. This one is a buffalo puzzle. This one's going to be really hard. It's MC Escher though. And it just looks really cool. My mom is obsessed with Escher, so that one's gonna be really hard, but it'll be really fun. I cannot believe I found this one. I was so excited. It's books, you guys. It is books. It's all these different books. Sorry for the glare. I'm sitting across from my window. But it's just the coolest. It's all these really old, vintagey books. Okay, and then I got another Gallison one. I have actually been eyeing this puzzle to like purchase it, like new, and then I found it at Goodwill. So bonus. This is the Houseplant Jungle puzzle by Gallison, 1,000-piece. And then I got this. This is just like flowers, but I thought that this would be a fun one to do. I like these ones that have like the really vibrant colors. I like floral ones that aren't super repetitive. And it just looks like it's going to be a good quality puzzle. So yeah, I went ahead and grabbed that one. This is a Melissa and Doug one, which it's in a huge box, but it's still kind of cool. So I thought that it would be fun to do, even though it's in a huge box for what it is. I'm guessing the pieces are probably bigger too. Who knows? And then I got one 2,000-piece puzzle, and that is a Disney Villains puzzle. This is also by Seiko, I believe. Yeah. And so I thought that this was just so much fun. And this was the only one that was $4, not $3, because it was a 2,000-piece one. So anyway, those are all the puzzles that I got. from Goodwill yesterday with Lindsay. Lindsay also got a ton of puzzles, so I'm going to tell her she needs to do a haul of all the puzzles and books that she got yesterday. So if you don't know, my friend that I hung out yesterday has her own channel, Lindsay's Little Library. You should go check it out. She is seriously my like booktube BFF. Like, I love her so much, and I'm so glad that we were able to get together yesterday, and we both love doing puzzles, we both love reading. It was so much fun to just hang out, get some fantastic food. Oh my goodness, the food that we had yesterday, you guys, was so good. And so yeah, that's gonna do it for this week's vlog. So I will not be vlogging the last couple of days of middle grade March, so you will have to check in with my wrap up. I will do a wrap up with everything that I read throughout the month, so you'll have to catch my wrap up for the last few books that I'm gonna fit in for this week. Sorry for all the kids yelling in the background, and that's gonna do it. So I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you stick around and subscribe, and until next time, see ya!